Hello and welcome to my first edition of predicting film trailers of what is to come, when they're gonna be released or something like that. And so there's CinemaCon going on until tomorrow, and I'm gonna predict some trailers for this edition. And let's start predicting the trailers. Let's go, it's about time. First one is The End of Oak Street, set to release in August of 2026. This one is a sci-fi survival dinosaur film, and so there was the first trailer on March 26th, and so I would probably think it will likely to be attached to Lee Cronin's The Mummy and Mortal Kombat 2 in theaters, and so I think them two will be attached to it, and so that was just my guess. I don't know, so I will be predicting more of that trailer, which could be in the next edition, and Next one is The Dog Stars, set to release in August of 2026. This is a book to screen adaptation by Peter Heller, and so I think there could be two options for the trailer to be released around the time and attached to something in theaters, maybe with 20th Century Studios' biggest major release, The Devil Wears Prada 2, and Disney's biggest major release, The Mandalorian and Grogu. I'm sure them two will have it, and for my trailer prediction, and I'm sure the trailer for this film, The Dog Stars, will come out probably at the same time with the two films I mentioned earlier, and Next one is Forgotten Island, set to release in September of 2026 in the United States and October 2026 in the United Kingdom. So this is a DreamWorks upcoming animated film, which is set to release in theaters this autumn. And I knew that the first trailer was released alongside the Super Mario Galaxy movie in theaters. And so I think the second trailer of it will likely to premiere in front of Minions and Monsters in July. And that was just my guess. And ahead of its release. Next one is Sonic the Hedgehog 4, set to release in March 2027, which is March next year. So the title reveal was attached to the Super Mario Galaxy movie in theaters, and so I'm just talking about the trailer itself. So the trailer itself, it will likely to premiere in Paramount's biggest major release, Street Fighter, because it's a Paramount film to be setting in theaters this autumn, and maybe around late summer and early autumn, and Next one is Dune Part 3, set to release in December of 2026. This is a big film release by Warner Brothers, and so the first trailer of it was attached to Project Hail Mary in theaters, and so I'm talking about the second trailer itself. So the second trailer itself, I think it will likely to premiere in front of something during the summer, maybe with Mortal Kombat 2 or Supergirl. Well, I think maybe one or two of them will have it, and so Supergirl is one of the biggest Warner Brothers films of the year, and I would expect that to be it, and for the second trailer, and I think the first trailer will still get the chance to play in theaters alongside Mortal Kombat 2, and Next one is Avengers Doomsday, set to release in December of 2026. So it is the biggest major release in December, and so yeah, so I think the full trailer of it will likely to premiere in maybe between The Mandalorian and Grogu and Spider-Man Brand New Day. And so yeah, them two are the biggest films of the year. And so yeah, so I knew that the 4 teasers were attached to Avatar Fire and Ash weekly in theaters. And so yeah, from December to January. And so yeah. Next one is Digger, set to release in October of 2026. This film comes out in theaters 2 days before my birthday, and so yeah. So I've heard that the title announcement was announced on 18th of December, and so yeah. So I'm just talking about the trailer itself. So the trailer itself, it will likely to be in front of either Supergirl or Cut Off, and that's something during the summer. Maybe with Supergirl or Cut Off in theatres during the summer, and Cut Off is another Warner Brothers comedy with Jonah Hill, and maybe it will just save for the funnies. And so yeah. Next one is Masters of the Universe, which is set to release in June of 2026, which I can't wait to see this one when it comes out. And so yeah. So I've heard that the first trailer was in January and the second trailer was in March, at the end of March. And so yeah, so I'm just talking about the final trailer itself. So the final trailer itself, it will likely to premiere in front of Sheep Detectives. And so yeah, that was just my guess for the ticket pre-sales for Masters of the Universe. And so yeah. Next one is Disney's Hexed, set to release in November of 2026. I knew it's going to be at Disney panel, so I hope there might be a trailer for that there. And I think it may be taking some time. It will likely to premiere in one of Disney's biggest major releases, like either The Mandalorian and Grogu, Toy Story 5, or the live-action Moana in theatres. So for me, I think it will likely to premiere in front of Toy Story 5 and Moana live-action in theatres, and it will probably take the chance to premiere in front of The Mandalorian and Grogu for some screenings in theatres. And so yeah. Next one is Zach Cregger's Resident Evil film, set to release in September of 2026. This one was made by Sony Pictures for the autumn release, and so yeah. So for me, I don't think there will probably be a chance that will premiere in front of Spider-Man Brand New Day. So if it's for Spider-Man Brand New Day, they will likely to cut down the trailer to a PG-13 version of the trailer and attach it to there. And so yeah. So I'm just going to say early summer and late spring for the trailer, or maybe with Mortal Kombat 2 in IMAX. And so yeah, that's just my guess. Next one is Clayface, set to release in October of 2026, a week before Halloween that year. And so yeah, so I think there could be a trailer around the time with something maybe during the summer. So I don't think it might have a chance that it will premiere in front of Supergirl, because that film might be rated PG-13 for its summer release. So there are the other R-rated films by Warner Bros. During the summer, maybe with Mortal Kombat 2 and Evil Dead Burn. I think one of them will have it, or maybe both of them. Or if they can take the risk of the trailer, they will cut down the trailer and show it in front of Supergirl as their choice. And so, yeah, it's up to Warner Brothers to do that. And so, yeah. Next one is Something Big by Warner Brothers and DC, which is Superman, Man of Tomorrow, set to release in July of 2027. It's a sequel to James Gunn's Superman. And so, yeah, so the sequel will likely to be released next summer. And so, yeah, so I'm sure it will probably start the marketing will likely to be in December 2026. And so maybe with the three of the biggest major releases, like Disney's biggest Marvel major release, Avengers Doomsday, Warner Brothers' biggest major release, Dune Part 3, and Sony's biggest major release, Jumanji Open World. I'm sure three of them will be attached to that teaser trailer, and so yeah. So maybe around the time like that, and so yeah. Thank you for tuning in for my trailer predictions, the first edition. So I'm gonna come back for another edition of predicting film trailers. And so yeah, so have yourself a good rest of your day and see you in another edition for trailer predictions. Goodbye. Peace out.